welcome to the Church of Christ podcast. Today I'm your host. My name is Zino Oboro and I'm here with a beautiful guest for you. This is Esther Akpan and she's going to be joining us in our discussion today. It's promised to be a very exciting one. Today we are going to be discussing godly relationships, seeking a godly partner, what Christian sisters actually desire in a partner. So we're going to start with some questions that will help us guide this discussion. And let me just start. Let's just start it like that. So the first question I have here: what are some of the things you think sisters desire in a brother?
Okay, what are some of the things sisters desire in
a brother? Yes.
Okay, so the funny thing is that I get to be asked that question many times from people, and when I give them my reply, they are like, okay, so what next? So yes, and I hope you would be the same. So when I get to be asked that question, one of the things I say is the thing I just say is a man who loves God, because when you meet a man who loves God, he wants to obey God. He does everything that God says. So it covers everything. But then for the purpose of what we are doing now, the discussion, I'll just list out a few things. So as a sister, when you want to go into a relationship, some of the things you want to look out for is the spiritual maturity of this brother. Yes, the spiritual maturity. You want to look out for his godly characters, the characters he possesses, because you don't want to go into a relationship and then the next day you are just out of the relationship. You want to look at the values. Are you guys sharing the same values? Because you guys could be a believer, is a Christian, but then if your values don't align, there'll be problem.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the financial aspect.
Yes, so very important.
I saw there's this post I saw that was like, do you want a godly brother or do you want a brother that has money? And then someone said nakolabo. Yes,
nakolabo.
Yes, so I don't want to go into a relationship. Yes, I know that I should be financially stable also, but then I should have somebody I can always look up to, right? While I want him to be a Christian, I also want him to be a man with a vision. I also want him to be somebody that can cater for himself and can also cater for the family. And then you want somebody that is romantic. Yes, we try to shy away from this thing, but then we forget that we all have emotions. I'm not a wood. You're not a wood. Yeah, so
you're human.
Come in the morning, good morning.
True.
Good morning, Esther. You know, that kind of thing. Now we want someone that is emotionally intelligent. He knows when you're sad, he knows when you are happy, he knows your soft spot, he knows how to speak to you.
It's not be quoting Bible when I'm angry.
I tell you.
Not be quoting Bible.
You know, and all of that things, yes. Thank you.
Okay, so on that, I think I would actually just want to add that love covers everything. God just already has a plan. I usually say this in that God does not do his things haphazardly. He does. It is so detailed to the last detail. We are just the ones that don't really understand that God has a plan for us. We don't understand that everything that we are doing right now, it has already been stated. Love your wife, right? Christ is the head of the man is the head of the wife. It means that as Christ loved the church, you also should love your wife. If you love your wife, there are a lot of things that just follow. Kindness, there is patience, there is security.
The financial
aspect, very true. If you don't love your wife, you say who cannot provide for his family is worse than what? And infidel. So these things are even the romantic side. Let's even talk about the songs of Solomon.
Thank you.
Read the songs of Solomon and see the romantic side of the King Solomon. These are things that are in the Bible, and many of us don't even pay attention to these things
just because try to shy away from it.
We just think that God is this, serving God or having a godly relationship is this mechanical kind of thing. Okay, let's not dwell too much on that actually. So let's move to the next one. Maybe we'll have to see more of these examples as we go further. How should a Christian brother approach his sister he likes in church? This one is another one.
Okay.
In fact, brothers.
It's kind
Let
of
me
dicey because as humans we have different personalities.
True.
The way I would, if I was a brother, or the way I would even as a sister, the way I speak to this brother, it differs from the way I speak to the other brother. So it also applies. The way a brother speaks to would approach this sister would also be slightly different from how he approaches the next sister. But should I say like a general rule or something that should, like, the basis is you getting to know this person you claim to like. So you should do your homework. You should get to know, okay, how is she? How is her character? Is she someone that is usually bubbly? Is she someone that runs home immediately after service? Is she someone that likes to greet? So you know where to come in from, right? She has friends. Then even though she's this quiet and shy type, she should have
There's that
somebody.
one
Yes, there's that one
There's that one
person she
person.
relates
Yes,
with.
that's true.
You should be able to go through that person. You should be able to speak to this person, get to know her. Then once you've known that, you know how to start like getting close to her, and then you get acquainted. You don't just rush into it. Oh, there are some people that will just go and I've seen relationships that within 3 months they met, and within that 3 months they are married, because that brother will just be like, okay sister, I like you, I want to get married to you, this and this and this. While some people, they have to take, they go stage by stage. You get acquainted, you become her friend, she trusts you, she knows that, okay, this is the person I want to spend my life with to get, and then you're like, okay, let's start this discussion. And for some people it takes a longer time. That's why I said it's kind of, should I say, subjective. It's actually based on personality. But I beg, please, don't just see one sister you like her, the next day you're into her DM saying, hi baby.
This one needs to be talked about.
Hi baby, where? Like, okay, some people actually like it, so some people like it. But for me, if you're coming into my DM, even beyond the relationship and everything, let's even put it for an official. Yes, be cautious. You can't come into my DM and the next thing you're saying is I are waiting for my reply. Okay, sometimes I just leave it, and if I'm able to reply you, I'll give you hello, or okay, good morning.
Hi back.
I tell you, if you are really serious, if you know what you want, you will take your time, you do your homework, and you make sure you plan everything step by step.
It's true. There are a lot of people, I think a lot of things stimulate a lot of people to reply your message. The way you even place your message. Like, for instance, I'm someone that likes intellectual discussions, for instance, and you come to my DM and you're like, oh, I heard you discussing something the other day. I just maybe eavesdropped on your decision or your discussion, and then I heard this, I heard that, but I'm not too clear on it. Immediately, my interest is there. I'm like, okay, what does this person want? And after we discuss, you just need one discussion, one good discussion. That is all you need to really get the attention.
You need to know the person
first. But then in a case where you get to meet this person in a place that is not favorable, maybe you're not in the same church, you're not in the same environment, maybe you attend a church program, and you get to meet this person. What you say the brother should do, the attraction, you attracted to somebody immediately, you meet the person, and maybe you just had like, this sister is fine. No, what do you expect the brother to do in that situation? Like, what would be the right way to follow, or the right pattern to follow?
Okay, like you said, this sister, we met in a church program, and then you're seeing her, you like her, right? There's nothing wrong going there to greet her. Oh, hello sister Zino, welcome. Oh, you let's say you don't even know her name. Good morning sister, good day sister, welcome. What congregation are you from? Because she might not even give you a number. It depends on the sister. You might ask for a number and she's like, I'm just meeting you for the first time and you want to get my number.
Yes.
You could even ask for a congregation. That is, and like I said, if you are serious about it, you go the extra mile. She has told you her congregation. You could visit her, you could visit the congregation, and then you take tips forward from there. You could meet her. Even when you get to the congregation, you could meet her. Don't forget, ask for her name. So when you get there, if you don't see her, ask for her sister. Sister Zino, is she in this church? Or how is she like? And then remember, it is just beyond the physical look and everything. You want to be sure that you're going into a relationship with someone that you have shared values, someone you can cope with, because marriage is we all know going into a relationship, we want it to end end up in marriage, right? And you know it's a big thing. It's once you've entered, it's not something you just come out immediately. You're not even where are you coming out to? Yes, where are you going to? So yeah, so you need to be very careful. So like you said, in such scenarios, you as the brother, you need to be active. You are not being shy. You don't say, I like this sister, but maybe let's stand up to go and meet her. Those Nollywood movies now. You not tell your friend to go and meet her and talk. No.
Let's even talk about that. Why are you sending? I think some level of commitment, it shows some level of commitment and seriousness when you are the one that actually approaches me. I don't know, a lot of people, I think I have heard that, some people send a friend and they end up to marriage.
I like those Nollywood movies. Your friend will be the one to have the girl at the end. Yes.
Because
they are not serious.
I don't understand why you cannot. If you like me, why are you not saying it by yourself? Why are you not coming out to say, I like this person, or I want to know you better? And another thing, you mentioned something that I really took interest in. That's the congregation going to visit the person's church. If you meet me one day, you ask for my church, and I see you in church the next day, it just shows some level of, this person knows what to do. This person understands. And you'll be like, I saw you that day, I just wanted to come. It's not like you're just immediately bombarding her with, I love you and that's why I'm here. No, you're like,
it makes you scared. You don't know me and you love me.
Are you a stalker? What do you mean by that? I think if you go through the right medium, you're like, I heard you are from this congregation. You said you are from this congregation. I just say, okay, let me worship here today and probably get to know you better. It makes me feel more at ease because that is my environment. I'm now able to communicate with you better. I'm not able to talk to you on a calmer level. I'm like, okay, this person actually went the extra mile. It would be rude to turn you down, and it just follows through like that. In fact, I cannot even emphasize this enough, but brothers, approach sisters well. And let's now talk about dressing itself. How do you present yourself when you are trying to approach somebody is another. Some people don't realize that you are not on the same page with everybody, or you're not on the same level with everybody. As much as you want to or you like the sister, you want to approach the sister, make sure you understand that both of you are on the same level first before you even approach the sister in the first place. You cannot be thinking of somebody who is a doctor, who has gone to school for years and years and years, and you that just probably finished S3 in school and went to learn work. You might be doing well for yourself. You might have a good business and everything, but your educational level is not on the same par. You might not be able to keep a conversation with that kind of person. And so you must understand, does this person actually want someone like me?
That's why I talked about the shared values. Yeah. Because I cannot be saying, you mentioned something about you liking intellectual conversations, right? You can imagine I'm a brother walking up to you and you already have your values, you have your likes, and I'm bringing things about football. The conversation will not just be there. It will just be a disconnection. But then I've seen situations where couples actually, when you mention something about the man being like the levels actually differ, but if there is that thing that connects that cord, that value, there should be something that brings you people together. Like that is another thing. And when the sister now sees this and is trying to shy away from the brother, they'll be like, that sister today formed your liver. No be she. They don't know she's trying to keep her so she doesn't look like they think it's just you forming or you trying to be rude. But you know that you and this brother, it's not going to happen. To the brother, it might be happy, he might feel fulfilled. But what of me? Is it just about you? What of me? I need to be happy in my relationship also. You get? Yeah.
It's true, very true. Okay, this one. This question. I think we already touched on it, but let's just talk about it. Is being romantic a must-have for brothers who seek to be in relationships? It's not even a question. But funny enough, the godly mentality of some brothers, they feel like it's just mechanical. Sister, the Lord spoke to me yesterday and told me in my dream that you are my wife.
And that is where it ends.
That's where it ends. And then let's not even go further. You don't send, good morning, how was your night? you're on your period. What's going on? How are you feeling? Are you sad? Oh, should I send you something? No, we just believe. Okay, we'll see in church on Sunday. Hello, is today's Bible study?
Are you coming today? What's that? I appreciate that you're reminding me about service, but please, it shouldn't just be about it. But then I think where the problem, this thing gets mixed up. We are not talking about the physical, romantic. That should be the last thing in every relationship. You need to get married before that comes in, right? We are talking about connecting with this person emotionally. Not like you say, you just call me, come to church. Oh, I didn't see you in church today. What happened? You're backsliding. Brother, no now.
If I have transport to even come to church that
Like you should be able to call even the book of Songs of Solomon. Like look at those lines now. You should at least be romantic, brother. You get those kind of things.
people don't. I think a lot of brothers understand that you need to actually make your woman look soft. That's her feminine energy. That's where her whole femininity actually comes out. When she's soft, when she feels loved, when she's taken care of, when she understands that, oh, this person will do anything for me. She knows that if I'm nagging, there's a way he will talk to me in a way and he will calm me down. It's not that we'll talk this week Sunday and then next week Sunday you will now call me and say, I'm just checking on you. Hope you are coming to church today. And I'm like, what is really going on? Is this a relationship?
And when you start trying to make them see that, okay, brother, this is what I like. This is how it should be. It now makes it look as if, this sister, she's so carnal. Sister Esther, she's so carnal. I don't believe that's you. I had high hopes in you. You're so carnal, but that's not how it's actually supposed to be. And funny enough, if another brother comes along the way that actually meets this emotional aspect, don't be surprised if one day sister will just wake up and say, okay, I'm not interested in you, and then 3 months later you now find out that she's already married. You now say, I said it, she has been cheating on me.
Another thing is that when they are telling you about these things, always try to change. Making efforts actually puts a sister at ease. If I see that you are trying, it might not be your personality, but you can always try to put in the effort. Nobody is born romantic. People learn it.
For the male gender, most of them, especially the Christian brothers, most of them don't have this romantic side to them, which is actually understandable. But like you said, if you are able to put in the effort, nobody would see you putting in the effort and would still not be grateful, except the sister is not even grateful. She's just one kind of a person, you get. But if she sees you putting in the effort, if she sees you trying to make things right, she would even be happy, like, okay, he really loves me. That's why he wants to meet my emotional needs. That's why he's trying to make things right. That's why he wants this relationship to keep going. It is another part of a relationship.
Your side out there, it is important. Go and buy gifts for that woman. Buy a gift. If you are going to see her, don't just go empty-handed. Go with breads, go with sweets, go with one chocolate, at least something to make her think that, this person actually write sweet messages. If she's writing an exam, send her message. Oh my God, success in exam, it goes a long way. Don't make it seem like we're forcing you into the relationship again, please. Okay, let's go to the next question. I think we've answered this one, so I'm just going to skip this one. Okay, I'm going to the next one now. How do Christian women balance godly character with practical qualities like financial stability?
Why we would always say a spiritual man is wonderful. You want to meet that spiritual man, right? You want him to take the family to heaven. It is also important that this man you are going into a relationship with, he has a vision, right? He has a vision and he is financially stable. Like we said before, if you are not able to take care of the family, you are worse than what? Infidel. So I think a woman wanting a man to be financially stable is not you being, they usually call you, Yoruba call it the Oboju, big eye. It's not you having big eye. It is you looking out for the future. I understand when people say a woman should also, so people would say things like, oh, what are you bringing to the table? Do you want to just like everything on demand? I get. But even if I'm bringing something to the table, what is the man also bringing to the table? You get. He's the head of the family.
The provider, the provider of the
He's
family.
the provider. And I also understand in others, in certain situations where you've met this brother and he's not well to do. Like at that point, the question is, does this brother have a vision? Does he have a vision? See, you should be able to differentiate somebody that has a vision and is also working towards it. Oh, not a dreamer. Oh, not someone that dreams, that will tell you, hey baby girl, I know I will be great, but then you're not even seeing anyone. He's not putting the effort. But when you see that this brother is putting the effort, you know that things will be, you should. That is even a wonderful brother. So when you talk about balance, I think, like we said, both na collabo. You need a brother that is spiritual, and you also need a brother that is financially stable. Because see, lack of money could cause, it could bring out characters you don't even expect, even from you as a woman. Imagine waking up, you are struggling to find what to eat, then you now have children. The children are being sent home from school every day. If you're not careful, it could start breeding ungodly character. So that should be something you and the person you're about to go into a relationship with should be able to talk about, and then make it work out.
Brothers, there's no balance. There is no balance. It's, you have the two. There's nothing like there's one middle ground. Nothing. You must have financial stability and spiritual. You must be the spiritual head of your family. I think a lot of brothers also don't understand how deep spiritual head of your family actually goes. Some people don't understand that you are the. So I've been hearing this word. We don't have praying mothers. We don't have praying mothers. We don't have praying mothers. We are the praying fathers. Yeah, and the fathers are the ones that groom the children in spiritual things. How will I take care of the home, cook, clean, wash clothes, everything, and still be the one to come be teaching their Bible, and still be the one to be praying over them when I'm supposed to be resting, preparing for the next day? I'm still the one. Like, this is a shared responsibility, no doubt. I'm not saying you should not marry a spiritual wife, but the spiritual nature of your family rests solely on your hands. So there's no let's find a middle ground to this thing. It is how it is. You are spiritual and you should also be a provider. There's so much bulk of work there. Okay. Another thing is I wanted to just chip in and ask is, people always talk about the authority of the man having authority in the home. What is your idea on how far, like a brother that is coming to you, what kind of authority do you think, or is there a level to the kind of authority he should have over you?
Okay, I think you should explain more on that.
Okay. In a home, we know that the man is the head of the home, right? There are certain things that, okay, I want to do. This is in a relationship, we're not even married yet. And now this brother is saying, oh, I'm the head, I'm the one in charge here, or I'm the man of this relationship. I'm saying you should not do this. Do you think it is wise for us to adhere to this just because we feel the man is the head of the home? Or do you wait to marriage to say, okay, he's now my head? Do you show these characteristics during your submission to him during the course of the relationship, or during marriage?
Or submission. First off, we know the man is the head of the family, no doubt. We know the wives are supposed to be submissive, no doubt. There is a difference between you being like the head of the family or the head in a relationship, and you trying to be this authoritative, like have this authoritative this in character. As a woman, you should even look out for that. There is a difference between your guy looking out for you, giving you wise advice, giving you advice on how to do certain things, and then there is a difference between that guy saying, don't do this because I don't want this. I've seen situations where a man and a couple, after marriage and everything, the guy says, no, you're not working, you're not and that was not if that was what they had before, if that was the discussion they had before, it is fine because they've had the discussion. But then when you're married, prior to what you've had before, you just decided, no, don't go to work, don't talk to this set of friends, no, I don't want you to bring anybody to see you. Those things that people would say I was discussing with some friends the other day, and they said, no, now see, there are some people you might not get to see certain characters because they get to hide it. But the truth is, if you are really attentive, if you are really intentional about that relationship, there are certain traits you would see. See, a man that shouts down on the cleaner, you should know that something is really wrong with this person. A man that cuts his mother call in anger, Omo, if you can do that to his mother,
the one that gave birth to
in your
you,
presence,
yes,
he will do something,
worse
he will do the same thing to you.
Yes.
So look out for this thing. And then you said, what's your question again? If we should allow such authority? If it's the authority, I would not advise a sister or a lady in a relationship to try to prove that, oh, she knows it all. Yes, we understand that you are knowledgeable. We understand that you understand what you know, what you're supposed to do, right? You're intelligent. But then this person is still your head. Even the Bible tells us that. Speak to him. You guys can make decisions together. But then if the decisions that if you've noticed that, see, he makes decisions that are not favorable, he wants everything to go his own way, I don't even see any reason why you should be in a relationship with that kind of person, except you don't want to enjoy your marriage. Yeah, so in the first place, you shouldn't even be in a relationship with that person. And it is not advisable that you've discussed and everything, and then you're like, no, what he's saying is not even correct. I'm going to do what I want to do. It means you also have a strong head as a woman. So the woman should also be submissive, just as the man should also put his wife into consideration when making certain decisions.
Speaking of putting your wife into consideration, I was talking to a very close friend of mine the other day, and he said something that really struck me. He said the reason why our mothers in those days, they failed, I won't say failed the marriage, I think that would be a wrong term, or they endured marriage and it was not pleasing for them and all that, was because there was so much authority placed on the man and everybody forgot the love aspect of it. Now, God placed authority on men, right? He said you are the head. But then he also made it balanced. Like I always say, God does not do things anyhow. He always makes sure that there's always a check on something. So your level of authority is checked by the love that is there. If you really understand love in a deep sense, you will know that your authority will not be autocratic. Because you love your wife. You will not do certain things because you love this lady, because you love this sister, because you believe that, oh, she's the one for me. You will not do certain things. And so because of this, I think this is something that we should actually put into consideration very well. We should really, really think on these things. You are not just the head. You don't just have authority. You are also expected to love. You are also it is even the most important thing there, because when you love somebody, your authority automatically becomes a balanced one. You don't overdo things, you don't overstep, you don't
and even when
you don't pass your boundaries.
When you love the woman, she's always willing to submit to you. See, when you show her the love, the woman is always willing. You tell her go here, she trusts your decision. Yes, she trusts you. She will go. When you say sit down, she will sit down, because she knows that this man loves me, and for everything he wants me to do, it's in my favor, right? But when you just like, hey, I am the head, do this, do that, and you're not even showing the love.
She's not a human being. Please, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one is, we've been talking about brothers. You have bashed brothers and brothers and brothers and brothers. Now, are there some qualities sisters display that are also turn-offs for brothers in the church? Because there's a rise in, let's say, brothers going outside to get married, going to other places to get married. Are there qualities that sisters also display that might be turn off for brothers?
Okay, just like we spoke about the qualities a sister should look out for in a brother, I think it's still the same thing. You cannot be looking for a spiritual brother and you're not spiritual. You cannot be looking for a brother that has godly characters, that has the fruit of the spirit, and every day you're cursing someone. Every day you're doing this and that. Every day your appearance is not even portraying it doesn't look as if you're a Christian. You wear clothes that show your cleavages and everything. See, nobody, I usually tell people, it is easy to meet people when you are on the same level, but you don't expect me to be here and then come down to come and meet you. I would look for people that are here or probably almost at my level, you get. And I would not want to come down to meet you. So just as you look for a brother that has emotional intelligence, is also looking for a sister that when it's on, she'll start nagging and complaining. And
I'm talking of my work that I did not get, project that failed, that you're telling me you want shawarma. What is the connection between those?
Even as you want a brother to meet your emotional needs, the brother, see, we sometimes we play down on the emotions of the male gender. We feel that you say, I'm having, what's this thing that sister says? Oh, female. Thank you, mood swing. I'm having mood swing. And you don't even think the male gender can also have a mood swing. I'm having mood swing. I will not talk to you today. I will not do this. And you think the man too cannot have mood swing. So you're also looking out for the financial stability of the man. Before the man married you, who was taking care of you? Yes. Could you not meet your needs? Or are you telling me that you just waited, or you're feeding all your parents' money, waited for the next person to come and carry up your financial needs? No, you should have something going for yourself. Except maybe when you've gotten into the relationship and the man is like, okay, when we get married, I don't want you to work, I want you to,
and you both agree.
Yes, so and you both agree. If it's not something you can cope with, and you know that okay, this man is like this is it, it means your values are not even, you don't share values, and it's you need to find a balance or walk away from it to get. A man needs somebody that can communicate well. He needs somebody, see, just like we mentioned the qualities of the brothers, they also apply to the sisters. Remember we talked about the level things. You don't expect me to be here and I'm coming to meet you at this point. Well, it happens sometimes where the brother really likes the sister and is trying to build her. But are you willing to learn? Are you willing to learn? See, are you willing to learn these things?
And is he also willing to wait?
Is he willing to wait for you? If he's not willing to wait for you, he will leave you alone. No. And if you are not willing to learn, if he's telling you this is how things are to be done, you say you have started again. No. You have started every day. You are complaining. You'll not sit down and think, what is he saying? Is there sense in what he's saying? So I think those things actually put a brother off. You are expecting this thing from me, and then you are not doing the same thing. No, it's not.
That how can two work together unless they agree? We don't even understand ourselves. I'm speaking Igbo, you're speaking Yoruba. We don't even understand. How can we agree? How can we even work together? We're not even talk of agreeing. We're not talk of, because it is what, when you read a contract, it's what you understand from the contract that will make you sign that contract. So everything is both ways. Sisters are not excused, or there are some attitudes that are not excused just because you're a female, you're a woman. And then also we need to understand that you are not a man. I think this is one thing that sisters need to also get. I think I was discussing this with someone. The problem we have with ladies these days, because we want to become men, we don't want to explore our femininity. Like we don't want to build on what we actually have. That's where our own power lies. That's our own strength lies. But we want to go and take the man's work to do. We want to be doing extra things that just do your best.
You start hearing if some females say, I can't be controlled by a man, I can't submit. No, I'm not ready to submit to any man. I can do the things I want to do on my own. I can make my decisions on it. But even the Bible says a woman should be submissive to a man.
And in that submission, do you know that it's when you're even submitting that they even listen to you more? Because if you are raising shoulder, I came to realize something very recently, that when I talk in a calmer tone, people get to understand me better and get to see my point of view. You might be shouting and I will just relax. When you are done ranting, I will say my own. And at the end of the day, you're like, oh, okay, I'm seeing what you're saying. There's this energy that flows from us when we understand that, oh, we are females and we understand our feminine energy. Yeah, it just flows like that. So sisters, you're not excused. You are not in any way excused from this, because if you are looking for a spiritual man, you have to be spiritual. If you are looking for a godly man, you have to be. If you are looking for someone that is going to church every day, you have to go to church every day. So stop saying you're looking for someone that will come. I'm looking for someone that will push me.
You say, I want a man that will take me to heaven, but you are not even willing to take the man to heaven.
So it's two ways. It's a two-way something. Okay, so it has been a wonderful session so far, and I'm just going to take us through our last question of the day. What advice would you give to Christian brothers who are seeking to become better partners for their future spouses?
Again, I would not say the part of God is there, it's just there. It's constant. Like it's constant. Like if you remember the first question you asked, I said a man will love God, right? Because if you love God, there are things you know that if I do this thing, is God pleased with me? Is God happy with me? It's in fact when you love God, it covers everything. It solves all the whole problem. And then another thing, to be a better person, in our recent world, we hear about divorce. This morning, someone divorced in the afternoon, and it makes relationship a bit scary. It makes people think, do I even want to go into a relationship? But the truth is, there are better relationships out there. There are better marriages. We have couples who are good. We have people who have spent years in marriage, in relationship. You can always learn from these people. See, there's a place of mentorship, and you could be a mentee without even being with the person. You could watch someone from a distance. You could read their books. And the good thing is, if you go out to YouTube, you have YouTube pages of all these wonderful couples where they share their stories, where they talk about all these things. You could learn from them. See, it is not an excuse. You say, wait, what of you start giving excuses. But this brother, their family is not. See, you have many people. We have many Christian couples out there. Learn from them, and God so bless you if you have anyone like by your side. If you have anyone in your congregation, stick close to the person, get advice from these people. And another thing, read good books. There are good books on relationship. We have Waiting and Dating. There's this one written by Timothy, something about marriage. There are good books. There's this one written by Joshua Harris. Yes, something about still relationship. Joshua Harris. Read these books, like they help you. You see, if you really need something, if you really need to attain something, you will be so intentional about it. Yes. And again, see, this journey is not just on your own self. Carry your partner along. You want to be a good partner, you want to be a wonderful partner. You carry your partner along, because you might be putting in the best and everything, and if this woman is not doing the same thing, it's just like a waste of time. It's like you pouring water on what's this leaf again? This cocoyam leaf. Yes, it's not roll off, and then you start bringing out the bad character and everything. So involve your partner, do the things that are right, be intentional about it here.
Okay, on my own part, I think one of the things I would say is physical appearance matters, because we are talking about character. Brothers, you see that t-shirt that you've been wearing? That t-shirt that you've been wearing for let me say it. Let me tell my mind because that t-shirt you've been wearing, that I knew you in 2017. That shirt was there. You are still wearing that shirt now, and it's not just that. Sometimes based on the country is hard,
and even the quality of the shirt it's not. No one is saying you should buy expensive this,
but something good. You understand. Dress wear, at least comb your hair. You understand. Look presentable. Wear shoe that is still looking nice. Smell nice.
Important.
Smell nice. My goodness, you cannot be. Oil pef of 1,000 naira, please. Brush your teeth. Look, make sure that you are looking as presentable as the words you want to say to the person. Make sure that the person understands that if you walk past, I want to even be sure, let your smell even be the word I will say, who moved? Like, who passed this place? Not that you are coming to me now, I'm using one style because of, we don't offend God now. We're just using one style. Brother,
you might not look expensive, but you can look good. Yeah.
Please. And then learn communication skills. this is so important for you to, I think this is both for brothers and sisters. Learn simple communication skills. You should not just go somewhere you don't know how to, people are talking and the only thing you can do is God abeg oh, hey God oh, sharp. Wow, really? It's every day they used to teach you new things. You don't have to teach people new things. Like you don't have something, you don't have stuff to even teach somebody. You're just God abeg oh, hey now wow, so now so it be like give meaningful contributions to things. Talk like you know what you are doing. You can attract people. I don't want to meet a brother that cannot guide me.
You know, there's this pleasure when your man is speaking and you're like, oh my God, that's him. Like
that is him. He's preaching in the up and he's not talking jargons. I don't know.
Yes, I always tell people I look out for that. So like you not come to the pulpit and then you are preaching and you are stammering. You're saying you're using bad English. No, nah. We know that people are not perfect. Like I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But then you could do things well.
I will not come and ask you, brother. I heard that passage of the Bible that Jesus Christ was talking about this. You're like, there's a passage like that. Buga is the minister. And they say you should ask our husbands at home. What is going on here? So these are the advice I would actually personally give anybody. And just to add to that, there are a few books that I think every lady should actually read, just to make sure to bring themselves up to par. Just as a side note, the Proverbs 31 Woman by Mike Mudrock is one. The Ruth Anointing, I'm trying to look for the writer of this, but I really can't see. The Sacred Search, What If It's Not About Who You Marry, But Why You Marry This Person by Gary. And so many, The Power of a Praying Woman by Stormy or Marcia, and the book is actually really good. So we just need to read these books, download them. I'm sure maybe in the description box we're going to add one or two of these books just to help you go on your journey. We hope that you will have amazing partners, that your relationships will be blissful, that you have godly relationships. And thank you for joining us for this session. We hope to see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye.